Good afternoon. How are you? Nice to meet you. I'm also good. Thanks for asking. I'm from Odisha. I'm a language learner. I want to enhance my English speaking. That's why I am using this platform. What about you? Are you a student or are you working? Okay, you are a student. And do you want to enhance your English language or do you want to just interact with the co-learner? Okay, you want to enhance your English language. Then we take one topic. It is a better for us because we both are language learner. We don't waste our time, right? Because we get at least we get 10 to 20 minutes to share our thought in front of each other. And or do you want to talk with me in casual manner? What else? Okay, we take one topic. It is a better, right? Okay. I have one topic. Topic is why language trainer, mentor and guider always tell language equal to just like a swimming and driving. What's your opinion? Do you agree their opinions or their points, or do you disagree about their points? Do you want to tell first or shall I tell? Okay, first I tell. Thank you. I agree with their points because English language just equal to swimming and driving. Why I agree their point? Because if you want to learn swimming, then you have to jump into the pond and river or water. Or if you want to learn how to driving, then you have to sit in the driver's seat. Because why they always compare language with swimming and driving? I will give you one example and after that I will tell you means that why they elaborate. I miss it is my opinion, right? I will give you one example. If you are a well educated, one is a well educated person, one is a illiterate person, right? And well educated person, he has read 10,000 book how to swim, theoretical. But illiterate people, he doesn't read any kind of book, but he only practice how to swim and he always practice inside the water, into the water or river or pond, but he means doesn't read any kind of book theoretical, but he did only practice how to swim. Right? But well educated people, he means don't practice into the pond or water, and only he has read 10,000 book or 12,000 book how to swim, right? And he knew everything about theoretical. But illiterate person, he doesn't have any kind of idea about theory, but he always practice into the pond or water. And if we push them inside the water, then who will survive and who will protect themselves, himself inside the water, and who can't protect himself inside the water? Definitely illiterate person, because he did practice how to swim and how to protect, how to do it, right? But who read 10,000 book how to swim? Only theory. He has enough knowledge about swimming, right? But he didn't do practically inside the water. He can't survive inside the water. He can't protect himself inside the water. Definitely he will die, right? But who doesn't read any book, illiterate person, he can protect himself inside the water, right? And he can survive if he swim in a deep water. Like same exact, if anyone learn and theoretical but he never practice regularly daily, then he can't speak English. That's why English is just like a swimming. Just like that also exact example, driving. Well educated people, they have read 500 books how to drive, right? But he doesn't sit in the driver's seat. But illiterate people, he doesn't read any kind of book, but he sits in the driver's seat and he started driving regularly, and he does practice regularly how to driving. Then obviously he can drive perfectly, apart from well educated people who has read 500 books how to drive only theoretical. He has knowledge about theory, but he illiterate person, he has knowledge about practical, right? How to drive. That's why well educated people, they can't drive four-wheeler, truck and tractor. But illiterate people, they can drive four-wheeler, truck and tractor, apart from well educated people. That's why language doesn't take any degree percentage any school. If any wants to learn language always required language always required habit, self motivation, consistency and devotion, determination, dedication and skill. It is a learnable skill. Anyone can they learn, right? And they do practice. That's why swimming and driving doesn't take any kind of degree and percentage in a school. It is required motivation, habit, practice, consistency, devotion, dedication. Those kind of means material required to practice, or they can learn with themselves. That's why illiterate people, they focus 80% practice and they do practical. But well educated people, they only focus 80% theoretical, but they invest their 20% only practice. But illiterate people, they invest 80% practical, 100% practical, because they are illiterate. They don't know how to read and write, right? That's why always language trainer, tutor and mentor tell and take this example, language just equal to driving and swimming. That's why we have to focus also theory. I am telling about well educated people, they have to focus practical also and theoretical also, right? But we always do reverse. We invest, we put input 80 means 20%, and we see only, we require only result in 80%. That's why we can't do it. Illiterate people, they don't know about language, right? What is tense, or what is grammar, what is vocabulary, what is idiom, phrasal verb, what is pronunciation. They don't know anything about language, but they start practice. They focus practical 100 to 110%. That's why they can speak good English. but I am not telling they are also 100% correct, because they don't have that kind of reading writing. That's why they do 100%. But well educated people, we have to also focus theory including practical, but we always focus 80% theory and 20% practical. Then we have to invest our time 100% also theory and 100% practical, then we can achieve, right? That's why illiterate people, they can easily learn language apart from well educated people. We well educated people always they think, if I make mistake, what the people think about me. They don't lose their dignity in front of anyone, they don't lose their self esteem in front of anyone. But illiterate people, they never think about that kind of dignity and self esteem. If they get anyone, they talk with them in english, they don't worry about mistake, right? They don't miss worry about mistake. That is a thing. That's why we have to do this kind of uh, s- miss stuff requirement to do daily. And second thing also, because why they learn easily, because they got a atmosphere around them, but we don't get atmosphere around us. That is also one matter. Illiterate people, street vendors and tourist guide, they have less degree, and they completed 5 standard 10 standard, or they never go to school or something, but they can speak because they always interact with the different country people, right? And they communicate with them in english. But well educated people, if we meet any kind of stranger or new people, we don't want to talk with that person, right? We never think that person personality is equal with me, right? We always think I am a superior, I have a double degree, and we always underestimate that kind of person, right? How can I talk that person, that person, he or she doesn't have any kind of personality, and how can I talk with them? But illiterate people, they don't worry about anything, they always see everyone equal, right? That's why they can easily learn language apart from well educated people, right? I'm talking about this kind of little bit environment. But in this digital era, anyone can they learn language. Even though you see we both are stranger, but we are practicing each other language, because I am practicing in front of you. It is easy for me because I don't see you, I don't know you. If I make mistake, if you may demotivate me, then I don't worry about my mistake. If I know personally any kind of familiar people, that's when little bit I feel hesitation, right? Then this kind of environment we have to create, and we have to practice daily. And you know, it has a 5 pillars: reading, writing, listening, speaking and thinking. Well educated people, we take we take 5 pillars to enhance our language, but illiterate people, they take 3 pillars, 3 skill: listening, speaking and thinking, right? But they got a atmosphere apart from us, and they practice lots, they interact with everyone. But well educated people, they never create atmosphere around them. That is also thing. And anyone can they learn. Language is a language, it is a learnable skill. Anyone can they speak. Even though you see in youtube video, thousand and thousand people, they can speak good english, they can learn, right? Apart from book, without book, without knowledge, they can learn. Like I will give you second example also: mechanic and driver. Mechanic knows everything about vehicle, but driver doesn't know about anything about vehicle, right? But he can drive perfectly apart from mechanic, right? Mechanic knows everything, right? about parts, but he doesn't know how to driving because driver always practice and he focus only practical thing, but mechanic always focus theoretical. He knows everything but he doesn't practice how to drive. That's why he is a mechanics and that person is a driver, right? Then we have to also focus, means we have to speak language like a driver. We have to practice regularly as a drill, right? And language, if you talk with anyone regularly, continuously, daily, and then definitely anyone can they speak good English, no doubt, right? And that's why we are learning language and we are practicing each other because we want to enhance our language. I'm not telling about any kind of you speak like a foreigner, right? That is a different part. Some Indian people also they can speak like a foreigner, they would have done hard work, right? That's why right now they are good speaker, excellent speaker, fluent speaker, they can speak like a foreigner. But we can't do it. But first of all we have to focus also basic thing and we have to motivate ourselves, right? And we have to uh, cultivate our habit, right? Then we can do it. And if you always think when I will speak better English and I want to speak like a fluent speaker, but you never focus your input, right? Then you can't do it. We have to focus also input and we don't worry about output. We always never focus input and we always focus output. That's why we can't speak like a good English. That is a motto. And that's why we have to motivate ourselves. We never worried about someone demotivate us, someone means never appreciate us, then we don't worry about that kind of. We always go slowly, practice freely. That's why this kind of free platform also required to enhance our language and practice with anyone, because if you can't get any physical person to interact with them in English, right? Because India is a languages country, all state have different languages, right? And we can't talk everyone in English, right? Because if we get chance then we interact with them. That's why we have to practice regularly. If you have a good fluency, and definitely you can interact with anyone, right? You can't go through accent is a different part, because if you convey your message and with whom you interact they can understand what you wanna them, then it is a better for us, it is enough, right? But if you want to go to abroad and you want to focus your accent, you want to speak like a native speaker, then you have to do hard work, accent part, right? Then if you convey your message and you want to work in India and you want to communicate with Indian people, then it's enough, I think so. That is my motto. And that's why language trainer and tutor always tell language is just like a swimming and driving, because you have to practice daily, you have to focus only practice. You don't worry about theory, but we have to know about also theory. I'm not telling, because we don't have any kind of atmosphere to interact with anyone 24 hours in English, right? And with whom we interact 10 to 20 minutes, right? That's why we have to also focus theory and practical both 100%. Then anyone can they speak good English. It is my opinion. I agree with your point. What your opinion? Do you agree or do you disagree? If you agree, and why you agree their points, and if you disagree, why you disagree their opinion. And right now your turn, you tell about that means topic. And thanks for listening.